All right, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Melton here, and today we got a little bit of a project going. Here's the problem. This is my rack mount unit right here. As you see, it's sitting kind of low to the ground. It's all messed up, and some of my gear is just sitting over here. Now, I don't really know what this thing used to be, but as you can see, the holes are kind of irregular. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out, and I'm going to build a small platform to which I can really mount everything. Because you can see stuff is just chilling in there. It's not really set up. So we're gonna be working on the new Dream Machine album, but before I can really get to work, I gotta get this set up correctly to where everything is in there and ready to go. So let's break this thing down, head down to the workshop, and see if we can modify this thing to be functional and work well. All right, we're outside of the workshop here, and I got everything out of the rack mount. You can see this thing is kind of funny. It's got a cool angled shape. Yeah, I don't know what this thing was, but it was some nice vents on top of it. But it was not a traditional audio rack mount, so we're gonna modify this thing. Basically, I'm gonna use just 2x4s, measure it out, and build a little base just to lift it up a little bit higher. That'll place it at exactly where it needs to be a little bit more convenient, and just sit a little higher for better access to all the controls and knobs and whatnot. So yeah, let me measure this thing, see what we need here. We're looking at 20 3/4 for the front and back. I'm gonna pull those two pieces first and then measure the middle piece. I'm just doing this kind of quick style. I'm not trying to make it into a very fancy project or anything, but yeah, I've got some scraps laying around that should make this very nicely. So let me get those. All right, I got the base assembled. As you can see, it's pretty simple. I did it quick style, nothing fancy. It's not gonna be visible. It's just to lift this thing up about 1.5 inches. So next step, let's paint it to match. All right, so the paint is basically dry, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes to mount this on top of here. It'll be about like that. I've got these sheet metal screws. These things are pretty good. They got a little lip on them, and I'm gonna do 6 of these to mount it down. Might throw a couple more in there for good measure, but we'll see. Got it on there. Looks pretty good. think I might clean this thing up a little bit while I got it out there. What the hell is that? What was this thing? All right, phase one is complete. We got this thing on there, and I'm really happy with how it came out. Raised it up that little bit that just makes it so much better, and also added a nice weight to the bottom of it. Feels a little bit more substantial and less like it's gonna tip over. So next step, without further ado, let's go throw some gear in this thing.